Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Toronto Mounties and the New Orleans Saints. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Toronto Mounties and the New Orleans Saints. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Paul Richardson, 61 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Back to throw. Eason, and Thomas has it. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Let's get a quick look at the Saints offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
We play to win. Let's go.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Eason. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. And a look now at the starting defense.
Landon Collins is built like your typical tackle-first safety, but he does have the ability to play the deep part of the field.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. From the gun, Eason. That's caught by Treadwell. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, step it back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies snap.
Operating from the gun. Eason. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Murray has the first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates with a Latavius Murray touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, it's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And for this offense, yellow highlighter around Trent Williams.
As well there should be. A Pro Bowl, all-pro type of a left tackle. So mobile, you can also see him as a tight end. This guy is a terrific football player.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And here now, New Orleans defensive unit.
Cameron Jordan is now one of those versatile defensive linemen that you can play all up and down the front. Whether he's playing tackle or end, he knows how to make plays.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanted to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
12 more yards there and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Geis, they'll try to run it. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Geis alone in the backfield here, second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal. On third and goal, Haskins. And it's caught. Touchdown. Paul Richardson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing on first down. Eason. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Here we go! 60 Pittsburgh! I think you got it, son! 5!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason, and it's hauled in by Jared Cook. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Eason, he was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. From the gun, Eason. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt.
Let's go, baby!
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
So here are visitors to take over on offense, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, Love. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Third down, here's Haskins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On first down, here's Love. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Geis. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. from the gun on third down. Haskins, and this one complete to Reed. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
On the ready.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That one going to be complete to David Moore. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
90 Wolf. 56. Tackle.
On first down, Eason. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. This is Murray. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Eason. And he finds Cook. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 2. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Montez Sweat coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Operating from the gun, Eason. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 10 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. but now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Lutz with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Now it's Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now Haskins to throw it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9. Haskins. Throw left side complete. It's Love.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Here's a throw out wide to Quinn. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now it's Haskins. This will be caught just inside the 10. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by at Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Now this one complete on the slant route. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Back to throw. Eason. It's caught. Smith. He got 29 yards that time.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Eason. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Eason. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Eason going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, Eason. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Caught on the right side, Reed. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Haskins. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC Divisional Round game. And it was the Green Bay Packers who will continue on in these playoffs as they knock off the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
Offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
That's to his running back, complete. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Love. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Love again. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They go quickly here out to Moore. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
You got it! You got it! You got it!
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Let's go!
sends the lead to tackle. A gain of 7. And the Toronto.
They'll run on first down. Love. A gain of 3, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw, Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, let's go. Ready? Get it.
Off-play action. Eason. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That'll be complete to Cook. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people, can't they?
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
On the set. 55. Eat. What? In your face.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On the ground, Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
Ready?
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Ready? Check, 55, Mike. Check. Check, go.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And he just throws this one away. Decision here, this 3rd and goal here. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
30-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 30 on 2nd down, Haskins. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. This is Geis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down now, it's Love. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Out of the gun, Geis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Tough sequence there for the offensive line.
Well, it gives us a chance to shine a little spotlight on the defensive linemen, on the defensive tackles. They don't normally get a bunch of praise, but it all starts there, doesn't it? If you're going to have a good run defense, they have to hold the point of attack and make plays as they just did there.
On 2nd and 15 now. Haskins looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Love. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Jordan Reed has it. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Man, it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Eason. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Eason. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Eason. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They complete it to Hill. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
No. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Eason, that's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 8 yards out. And once again, the Saints are back out in front.
Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A big play there. 58 yards. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And this one completes a read. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Haskins will throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jordan Reed there to make the grab. And his guys have once again taken the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 6, and Thomas has it. 7 yards there and a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
56.
Operating from the gun, Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Ioannidis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason. And this is Cook with a grab. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's not coming. Just go back.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here are visitors to take over on offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Haskins.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is Harris. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matthew Ioannidis able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. Eason. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Eason. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From midfield now, Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was a good play, an incompletion that feels like a disappointment. The ball was tipped in the air, a chance for an interception, and you can just feel the home crowd coming together thinking, this is the big play we've been looking for. And when it falls to the ground, a little bit of disappointment, even though it was a good play.
Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down 27-24. At time, a huge factor. Their sold-out crowd is behind them. They need at least a field goal to tie as they've got it 1st and 10.
Ready? 50, plant.
Check 55, Mike. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but now it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And the throw there going to be incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Eason. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So now it may look bleak, but this one not over. They do have all 3 timeouts.
Even at this point on the field, where it looks like, you're really backed up, hold them to a field goal. That's the mantra right now. You hold them to a field goal, you still got a chance to take care of business on the other end. But you're right, the 3 timeouts are going to be key. How well they use them to preserve clock as well as stopping them, that's the key to giving them a chance to win.
Here we go with Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Haskins going to try to throw it. Caught on the right side, Reed. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now a run with Geis, and he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Haskins. And this is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Mounties 30.
Just a 4-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. Now all the focus shifts over to the Saints. Trailing in this one now. 1:14 to go. This crowd has stayed with them throughout, but they need 2 late scores to advance in these playoffs as they've got a first down. Throwing on first down. Eason, he gets it to Thomas. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. On first down, Eason. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Eason. Complete. Smith has it. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Looking to throw. Eason. And that is incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because they're going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.